Hey, I'm Dr. Eurydice Moore, zooming in to see how everyone is doing tonight. Well, I am happy to announce that many people have been filling out their Child grant, which is due tomorrow, November 12th, 11:59 p.m. The Child grant will be due. And I tell you, we have had some last minute people. I have had people calling in. But you know what? I had to turn some people down. They wanted me to help them do their grants, and I had to turn several people down. I dedicate this hour, well, not an hour. I don't know how long I'll be on here, but I dedicate this show to a truck driver. I call him Mr. Pierre. He called me today, wanted to do his grant. And we went over some things, and he did not have them. And guess what? He was not the only one. I have had several people to call in wanting the Shy grant application to be completed, but they had missing pieces. People, you got to give the grant writer something to work with. There's some things that you have to have in place before you can apply for a grant. So I'm going to once again announce tomorrow is the deadline for the Child grant, City of Chicago. Child is strong, City of Chicago grant, due tomorrow, 11:59. I am Dr. Eurydice Moore with Eurydice. MBE, BEP, DBE, soon to be EWOS certified consulting firm. Well, I am a business consultant and I work with both non-for-profit and for-profit emerging leaders. In other words, I specialize in helping startups. Many times people have a dream or an idea, or they say, well, God told me to do this, but I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to start. So I work specifically with startup. And I have been in business since December 2004. And we will be going into our 18th year of business, and I'm very excited about that. Woo! 18 years in business. As I said, I work with non-for-profit. I started with 501c3. 501c3 is a document that you receive from the Internal Revenue Service that allow you to receive various tax exemptions. Okay. So one of them would be that whatever income, grant, private contribution, bequest, whatever comes into the organization will not have to be taxed federally. Then you can also become eligible to not pay sales tax for your non-for-profit. It's about 11 different benefits for having that 501c3 besides grant people. And I am going to be doing videos on those 11 different ways that you could use the 501c3. But back to the topic of the hour. Deadline, Chappie is strong, City of Chicago grant due tomorrow, 11:59. I'm very happy to announce that many heard the trumpet blowing in Zion. My phone been ringing off the hook this week. I've been getting emails. I've been getting contact form from my website. People been saying, help me, help me. And I had to turn some people down because before you can get a grant, you have to have some places and some things in place, whether you're a non-for-profit or for-profit. And as I said before, I'm a business consultant, been in business for 18 years. I had the 501c3 business since 2004. Been writing grants since 1985, but didn't start a grant writing business until January 2016. So I have two businesses, and I have others that are emerging. You'll become aware of those. So anyway, as I said, I work with non-for-profit people that says, "Oh, thank you. I just got a message. I'm looking good. Um, thank you." And I dedicate this video to Mr. Pierre. And it's so non for profit, they say God called me into the ministry. He called me to preach. And then I don't know how to start a church. I know how to preach. I know how to sing. I know how to testify. I know how to bring the house down. But how do I be legal? Remember, you got to render unto Caesar the thing that's render of Caesar, and you got to render unto God the things that belong to God. And they like, I don't know how to render. I don't want to get in trouble with the authority. So I have helped people set up churches, community centers, community outreach, schools, social service agency, uh, multimedia, media, cultural centers, all types of nonprofits. There are different kinds of nonprofit. So as I said before, I help nonprofit leaders with their paperwork become legal. And about 2 years, I say 2019, the floodgate opened and I started working with for-profit businesses. Before that, I was strictly non-for-profit. So I also now work with for-profits, been working with for-profits since 2019. They've been throwing grants to for-profit like crazy. As I said in previous videos, since writing grants in 1985, I've seen maybe 3 or 4 grants just for profit. Other than that, to open up, people would have to uh, pay out their pocket, get friends to chip in, or max out their credit cards, use money from their job. But grants just for profit was few and far between. But now, since this pandemic has hit, I mean, it's just so many grants for profits leaders. So I work with both groups, nonprofits, for profit. So I'm gonna, as I said before, I feel really bad. I had to turn some people away, but I encourage them. If you ever miss the opportunity for a grant, don't despair, because guess what? It's going to come back around. Grants have cycles. They come back around. And if they are discontinued, it usually come up under another name. So there's nothing to be despair about. Some grants are ongoing. You can apply at any time. Some you got to apply at a specific time, like tomorrow, Child Be It Strong. Before 11:59, you got to submit a grant. They will tell you the day and the time. Some will say 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time or 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And you got to pay attention to those standard time. Remember, whatever some states, some grants are local. national, regional, international. You got all different types, levels of grants. So I'm gonna go. Like I said, I dedicate this to Mr. Pierre and others that I had to turn away for grant. All right. Before you come to a grant writer, you need to have a business license. The grantors, the funders are asking for you to upload your business license. I had people come to me yesterday, let me see, Wednesday, yesterday, yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today. I had people coming to me and they did not have no business license. But they'll say, well, I got my DBA. I have my LLC. And they are in Chicago. I'm talking about Chicago businesses. Now, when you get your DBA is with the county clerk downtown. It's in the big city hall building. One side is the county, the other side is the city. Now, even though you get a DBA, you still need a City of Chicago business license. A lot of people don't know that. There is a short list where a few occupations are excluded from having to have a City of Chicago business license. So what you need to do is go on the City of Chicago website, Google City of Chicago website, or put in cityofchicago.gov, G-O-V, and go there and read the businesses that must have City of Chicago license. They few. I know a gentleman, oh God, I've been knowing him 15 years, 13 years, had an extermination license. I mean, no, he's an exterminator. He had a LLC. If you get an LLC, or you get a DBA, or you get an Inc., the DBA is from the county. The LLC and the Inc., Incorporated, domestic, is from the Secretary of State. Whether you get your structure form through the county clerk or whether you get your structure form through the Secretary of State, if you are doing business in the City of Chicago, folks, you must have a City of Chicago business license. I have been to so many webinars and they stress that over and over and over. And it used to be back in the day, you could go in and get your business license all in one day if you didn't owe a debt to the city. But because of COVID, a lot of things got backlogged. People was remote. Now it's taking anywhere from 6 to 8 months to get a business license. Sorry, I have to tell you that. So you can't jump up, run, get the business license, and come back and get the grant written. Now, if you are caught doing business in the City of Chicago and you do not have that business license, they can shut you down and they can fine you. So I had to turn people away because they didn't have a City of Chicago business license, even though they had the DBA, even though they had the LLC. Another thing that I found, people came to me, they didn't have a business email. The funders are requiring you to have an email for your nonprofit, in your nonprofit name, and in your business, your for-profit name. Okay. I know someone that got an email from Walmart and they said they were told, okay, this is your personal email. We need your nonprofit in a nonprofit email name. So all wasn't lost. She was able to hurry up and get her done. It don't take long to set up an email. And so now her application is being considered. Okay. So you have to have an email in your non-for-profit name or your for-profit. Another thing that happened, people, I was talking to a lady and she had so it seemed like she had everything. She had a business license, she had a business email, she had a business account, but guess what? She did not have a business website. She said, uh-oh, I got to hang up. And she said, when I get my website together, then I'll come back to you. But she will not be able to apply for this grant, but she'll be able to apply for some others. The funders are asking for website. They want your business website. Then I talked to someone that had all of the above, but did not have a social media presence. I had to turn that person down. I could not do their grant. Funders in the beginning, of COVID, I noticed they were asked about Facebook, website, LinkedIn. But guess what? Now they want you to have Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Instagram. They want you on these 4 social media platforms. Now, there was sometime a few of them will ask just for your website and then one social media platform. It depends, once again, on the funders. So, before you can get a grant, you got to have some things in place. And another thing, once you start applying for the grants, they want to know, how have COVID affected you? What would you say? Have you been affected by COVID? Some grants you have had to been affected by COVID. There are some non-COVID grants that a person can apply for, but when the COVID grant, they will ask you, how have you been affected by COVID? What would you say? What are some of the things that you could say? You could say that maybe your client stayed home. The building in which your building was in became restricted, and they will only allow essential workers and healthcare professionals in. You could say the vendors stopped delivery. Is many things you could say. COVID, your sales went down. You couldn't stock up on your inventory. Okay. Monies wasn't coming in, revenues. So it's many things you could say, because they might ask you to say a few words on how you was affected with COVID. Then one major question that they are asking on these applications, they want to know, as a for-profit, how will you give back to the community? How will you give back to the community? And you got to think of an answer for that, a genuine answer, a sincere answer, an answer with integrity, not just telling them what you think they want to hear, but what you know you will adhere to, what you know you will do. Okay. So what are some of the responses? Some of the things you could think about doing for the community. You could think about donating. With the funds, what you plan to do to give back to the community is donation. Okay, you would donate to a charity. Okay, you would maybe you're a host, do some hosting, host food drive or community outreach projects. Okay, that's a way of giving back to the community. Maybe as a business owner, you'll offer scholarships or you'll offer, especially if you're in educational services, you'll offer tuition free education, training. Okay. So you need to think about how you will give back to the community. That question is popping up on grants, on various grants. So anyway, as I said, I came on to zoom in to remind you that it's not too late to get your CHI-BID grant in. You have till tomorrow up to 11:59 p.m. to get your CHI-BID grant. Then I also cover, make sure you have the thing that you need because they're going to ask you to upload. Oh, another couple of things. If you're a nonprofit, a lot of these funders are asking for you to upload your 990. If you are for profit, they are asking, I know with the CHI-BID grant, they're asking for the 2020 tax return. Okay. So you got to make sure you have, all your ducks in a row, all your I's dot, your T crossed. I know we heard these expressions over and over, but it's for real. Because if you don't have these things in place, you will be denied. You will not get funding. You have not met the requirement. You are not considered eligible for funding. So it is very important that you have your documents in place. Before I go out for the show, I want to announce that there's a grant coming up. Shout out to Shantae. And that's on this Monday. It's going to run from the 15th to the 19th. It's a She Boss Talk grant. And I know a lot of us know Shantae. So that grant is coming up. She Boss grant is coming up. I don't know if I mentioned to you all, but I have completed the LegalZoom grant. LegalZoom, in conjunction with the NBA, have formed a grant called Fast Break, and it's offered together a partnership by LegalZoom and the NBA. And it's only about 3 pages, real quick, and I completed that grant. Now, will you let me help you? The deadline for that is around the 22nd of November, I believe. And then after that, there will be a Famous Amos grant to complete. And then National Geographic have a grant for storytellers. Now, the Famous Amos and LegalZoom, they're offering like cash grants, and with LegalZoom, they're also offering $500 grant and legal services. And I did a LegalZoom grant. I completed it a couple of days for one of my clients, and then I did a LegalZoom grant for myself for Eurydice, for the business Eurydice. So grants are out here. Matter of fact, I will be attending Cornell University, which is an Ivy League college, in about 2 weeks. And I haven't even started school yet. And they sent me a page full of grants saying that you may find this helpful, useful. And I don't know, they must have looked at my profile and saw that I was a grant writer, and they like, check these grants out. I'm like, wow, I haven't even made it to class yet. So yes, I will be back in school. As I said before, my mama should have burst me out at the school ground. So I'm forever learning. But I thank God that I'm able to take what I learned and apply it and to help others as well as myself. So, people, please don't meet these deadlines. And I will be coming on more often to share pertinent. Please subscribe and keep us alive and keep us coming. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to the YouTube studio, go to my studio, and you will see a lot of videos that you can view. Matter of fact, the truck driver, he saw one of the YouTube video, the one where I went over the Shabby grant step by step, and then I think I talked about the Walmart grant also. And that's what made him contact me. And when he contacted me, he was on the road. He was driving. My truck driver. He was driving. And so shout out to you, Mr. Pierre. And I know you're going to get those things you need, and you'll be back, and I'll be right here to help you. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel, like, hit the notification bell, make a comment, subscribe, and keep us alive. We want to keep coming back, giving you pertinent information. My heart is filled with joy. We have been getting, you're talking about response. You know, people been contacting me through my website, Facebook, my other social media, email. People been texting me. Shout out for you. Rita and I are running at a fast pace. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for the business. I want to thank you for watching the YouTube. And I want to encourage you that there's a grant for just about anything you want to do. I've gotten grants through the years since 1985. I got grants for inventory, equipment, supplies, salary. I've gotten grant to pay for a business license, to pay for training, uh, pay for utilities and phone, and it's a grant. Anything you want to do, there is a grant. It's just a matter of finding that grant. And on that note, I also offer a grant research program where I will look up 5 grants for you at a nominal fee. And then you choose the grant you want written. You will get a copy of that grant if that funder website permitted. Some of them you can't print out grants, or you can't PDF it. They done something to the website. But on a whole, most of them, a lot of them, at the bottom of the application, it asks if you would like a copy, and you just check the box. And then once you submit it, a copy goes to your email. And then some of them, they don't have that, but you can print it out or you can PDF it, and it could be forwarded to you. And matter of fact, I talked to one of my Facebook friends. She wanted to know if she could get a copy of her grant. I said, sure. And she said, can I use it for other funders? Like a example. I said, sure. I don't have a problem with that. Matter of fact, I try to encourage people to learn how to write grants. I offer workshops and grant writing, different types, where you can learn how to write your grants, and you don't have to pay a grant writer. So I encourage that. Or if you pay for a grant, and you want a copy, and then you want to use it for future grant, because all your information would be there. So the funder might have a question or two that you don't have. Well, you just answer it. But other than that, the majority of your information is there. And all you got to do is copy and paste. So I'm for that. I don't have a problem with that. And I also give consultation. If you get stuck on your application, you can contact me. So once again, I'm getting ready to sign off. Subscribe, keep us alive. Like, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. So I'm going to shine out Anna Baby, Annie Girl. That's in honor of my great grandmother who raised me and my grandmother. So people, you got a little more time, not a whole lot, but you got a little more time. Tomorrow the deadline for the child bid strong must be in before 11:59 p.m. Not 12 straight up, not 12:01 a.m. or 12:15 a.m. 11:59 p.m. You cannot be late. Okay, God bless. Subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, leave a comment. I'll see you next time. God bless.